Hello. It didn't. Hi. How are you? It's been a while since I've been on here, and I apologize for that. Weirdly, I've got a lot of new subscribers on this channel. We passed 1,000 subscribers on here, which is amazing to me. I was not posting much last week, and this week might be well. I might be able to catch up a little bit this week, but no, I was traveling last week. I was in New York with my wife, and I didn't post, stuff from New York. Like when I was in Palm Springs, I posted some stuff from there. I didn't want to do that on this trip because it was sort of like an anniversary trip. My wife and I, in June, we hit our 10-year anniversary mark, which is kind of cool. And so, what we were supposed to do, what should have happened, was we've been saying all this time over the last 10 years that we were going to go to Europe for our 10-year anniversary because we got married in Italy. That was like it was like a destination wedding kind of thing, which, believe it or not, actually is cheaper than a regular wedding. But that was an amazing trip, and we always wanted to go back. So we were supposed to do that this year, but you got to plan for those things ahead of time. You got to buy tickets early. You got to reserve hotels and stuff. And being that she's a teacher, the only time that we can go is over the summer, and that's when our anniversary is anyway. So anyway, at the time that we were supposed to be reserving all this stuff and buying tickets and whatnot, I was transitioning out of my old job and starting to do the YouTube thing full time, and it was just a very time for us, for me, in terms of money. So it just wasn't. It didn't seem like a smart idea to be spending, money on plane tickets and hotels for a European trip when I had no idea if I was going to be able to pay my rent for sure. Of course, all that worked out, and I'm doing much better now, thankfully, and it all would have been fine. But anyway, since we didn't, we're going to shoot for that next year now. So we wound up going to New York, and I didn't want to, be working and posting stuff and be thinking about all that because it was an anniversary trip, and we were trying to, spend that time together. So I was trying to honor that, and so I don't really have any footage to share with you or anything like that, although I did post some pictures on Instagram. So if you follow me at Answers with Joe on Instagram, you may have seen them there. And if you can't tell in my voice, I picked up some crud, some travel crud, some subway crud, maybe in New York. And the funny thing was, while we were on the subway, I at one point, you have to hold on to you basically turn into a monkey because you got to hang on to the bars and stuff. And I don't know, at one point I was standing there holding on to this bar, and I was like, I wonder how often they actually clean this. There's my answer. And here's I kept my Metro card. There it is, see. But anyway, no, so I just kind of wanted to get some thoughts on my trip to New York and whatnot. It's not my first time there. It was my wife's first time, so it was kind of fun showing her around and getting her reactions and stuff. It's a very overwhelming place if you've never been before. So the first day or so, and of course when you first get there, you want to see all the popular spots, the stuff that you've seen in TV and movies and stuff, and those are of course the tourist traps. And so the first day or so that we were there, it wasn't the most fun. It was kind of overwhelming, especially for her. My sister lived in New York back in like the early 90s, so it was a long time ago. And that was the first time I ever went. And the funny thing to me is how much the city has changed since I got there. It's cleaned up quite a bit, especially I'm thinking specifically at Times Square. When I went, Times Square was still pretty seedy. It was, a bunch of porn theaters and strip clubs. I remember being blown away because there was like a McDonald's right next to a strip club. Like, actually, it was between strip clubs. So I was like, you can eat a Big Mac and then look at some Big Macs. But that's not the best joke I've ever told. But anyway, it's just funny now because it's more like going to Vegas or something or Tokyo. It's just video screens everywhere, and on one hand you can look at the spectacle of it and kind of be amazed by what humans have done kind of thing, but on the other hand it's just like commercialism and just marketing just thrown in your face. And so depending on where you stand ideologically, that can be and I'm somewhere in the middle on there, so there's a part of me that's just like, oh, this is so gross. But then there's the other part of me that's like, this is amazing, look at this. But Times Square is a madhouse. We walked through there once, and we had to go back through for something, and we were like, okay, we're not going back there again. It was too much. But we really enjoyed Greenwich Village. They just call it the Village there. We found some really cool little restaurants, and it's actually a place to relax. Of course, Central Park is amazing. It's like the most amazing. To me, the Central Park is the most amazing thing about New York, because especially when you think about how expensive or how valuable the land is there for real estate and whatnot, commercial, residential, and otherwise. You've got this gigantic park right in the middle of the city. And I seriously respect the fact that they've maintained that they haven't let development encroach into that. And the park is beautiful. It's a wonder of, it's an eighth wonder of the world as far as I'm concerned. But no, ultimately we got in the flow and found some areas that we liked and stopped trying to see everything and decided to just kind of hang out and do a little shopping and all that kind of stuff. So it was a good time. I enjoyed it. But we're back now, and I wanted to thank everybody who has subscribed on here. I still have like email notifications on this channel whenever somebody comments, whenever somebody subscribes, and I know I have not been responding to comments on here, and I hope nobody is offended by that. It's just I'm finding between the two channels, it's like I kind of have to focus on the other one if I'm going to be responding to comments and stuff. I do read them though, because I get the emails for it. I get to read the comments. A lot of people have responded really well to my last video, actually, about the ripples we create, I guess was the title that I gave it. And I wanted to thank everybody for all the wonderful things you said on there. It really does mean a lot to me. Yeah, I'm not that you need to know this, but like when I get into YouTube, you kind of have to like switch accounts to go check and respond to the comments on the other ones. So I do see them in my email and I do read them. It's just kind of like an extra step to go and actually respond to the comments and whatnot. And like I said in my other channel, it's like if I responded to all the comments now, I just wouldn't get anything done. It's just an unfortunate fact about where I am right now. But I just wanted to make sure you knew that I do read them, and I do appreciate them very much. I don't know where this channel is going. I mean, the fact that I got to 1,000 so quickly is well, that shouldn't be amazing to me, but it still kind of is. But anyway, I've got a few other, I'm gonna kind of bang out some videos here, just kind of, because the funny thing about going on vacation, you start thinking of stuff that would be interesting things to talk about that you don't normally have the time to just sit and chill and come up with that stuff. So I'll be doing some videos on that kind of stuff. Things might be a little bit slow on the other channel, because actually this weekend I'm going to be traveling again. We're doing a family thing, and there may be another little trip coming up after that. So yeah, it's gonna be a busy next month or so. So I might not make all my random Thursday videos. I will make sure and get all my Monday videos out. Those are for sure. And there's some exciting news on the way. I might be joining I might be partnering with a group. I'm not. I'll announce it when it's a for sure thing. But I'm about 90% sure I'm going to sign with these guys that are going to partner me up and give me collaboration opportunities with some of my absolute heroes on YouTube. Sorry, I'm burping on the microphone. I'll talk more about that when it actually becomes a thing. I don't want to jump the gun, but really exciting time right now and a lot going on. And you guys are kind of getting the behind the scenes stuff. And I hope that's what you want from this channel. If there are things that you want to see me cover or things that you want to hear about on this channel, keeping in mind, if you have topics that you think you would like to see on the other channel, I won't be talking about those here. That's not what this channel's for. But anyway, if there's more stuff that you want to hear about in my life or behind the scenes type stuff, I've heard that you guys like that. I've gotten a good response on that. Let me know. Like I said, I do read the comments, and yeah, I'm just going forward from here. So hopefully my voice gets a little better. But I appreciate all you guys joining up. I hope you enjoy this channel, and I'll see you soon. Later.